The game is afoot.
Not a word. Into your clothes and come. I'll wait for you in the sitting room. I've just received a letter from the suburbs. He is in need of my presence. Whenever he has asked for my assistance, it has always turned out to be entirely justified. I fancy that every one of his cases has found its way into your collection.
Yes, they all seem worthy of...
However, I regret your fatal habit of looking at everything from the point of view of a story instead of a scientific exercise.
Oh, Holmes, you...
I beg your pardon, I digress. It would be much better to examine this letter than to try to convince you.
The letter is on the table.
I agree with you, Toby, that Watson's shoe is preferable to Mrs. Hudson's cold cuts.
The letter is on the table, Holmes. You should take... The letter...
This is where I keep my post.
The letter is on the table, Holmes. You should take a look.
I can tell from Lestrade. A wax. The Brackenstall.
So, what is it, Holmes?
Promising, as always.
So you believe that Sir Eustace is dead?
I should say so. Lestrade wouldn't have sent for me for less. His writing shows considerable agitation, and he is not an emotional man. These people belong to high society. The quality of the writing paper, the EB monogram, their coat of arms. The crime was committed before midnight.
Holmes, how can you possibly tell?
Well, it is all thanks to Lestrade. He wrote his letter at 3:30 in the morning. Imagine the chain of events before that. The local police had to be called in. Scotland Yard was notified. Lestrade himself had to make haste there, and finally compose the letter he sent to me. All of that makes for a fair night's work.
It makes sense. Lestrade also speaks of the woman he released.
That seems to indicate that she had been held somewhere during the crime. Much time has been wasted. Let us find a cab and go to Abbey Grange immediately. I live in hope of an interesting morning. I agree. A map of London and the surroundings.
Ah, Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson, here you are. I'm very glad that you have come, but perhaps I should not have troubled you after all.
And why is that?
Lady Brackenstall has come to her senses, and she has given so clear an account of the affair that there is not much left for us to do. You remember that Lewisham gang of burglars?
What, the three Randalls?
Exactly. The father and two sons. It's their work. They stole a silver service, which is of great value.
Sir Eustace Brackenstall is dead, then?
Yes. His head was knocked in with his own poker.
A violent act of aggression.
Yes, the poor lady. She has had a most dreadful experience. She was assaulted and tied to a chair. But I think that you would best see her and hear her account of the facts. She's in the morning room with her maid to raise a right.
Where is the body of the deceased?
In the dining room. We haven't touched anything.
All right, I'm going to examine it.
Very good, Watson.
Lady
Baron Lyndon.
Lady Brackenstall.
Lord Ramsay Brackenstall. Lord Brigham Brackenstall. Ladies, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting Inspector Lestrade in this investigation.
Mr. Holmes, I am the wife of Sir Eustace Brackenstall. We were married only a year ago.
I am sorry for your loss. Please accept my deepest condolences.
I suppose that it is no use my attempting to conceal that our marriage has not been a happy one. I fear that all would tell you that, even if I were to attempt to deny it.
Can you describe...
Is it really necessary?
Yes.
I will tell you then. Sir Eustace retired about 5:30. Before I went upstairs,
Please.
as I approached the French window, close behind, one of them struck me as savage.
And
When I came to myself,
Yes,
I think he had heard them, for he was holding his stick. But I fainted once more. When I opened...
Did
Yes, I found that they had taken the silver from the side.
you mention that your
He was not a nice man when he was drunk, and he suffered from dark moods, but nothing else.
The bruises on your hands...
How do you... Yes, he did. He was very angry at the time. Out of control. Again. Sir Eustace was a drunkard.
Your ladyship?
Oh.
Teresa.
Certainly. As I sat by my bedroom window,
And
I went to bed, and it was more than an hour after that I heard... That's...
Oh, what a horrible thing.
My mistress is very tired. Can't you allow her to her room?
the description of the Randall gang provided by Lady Brackenstall. A trap. This photograph of Lady Bracken. So the lady and her maid came from Australia.
The body is...
You should examine the body of Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
A trapper's hut. A trapper's... The hunting scene. Antique hunting weapons. This candle's... These wine... An empty silverware. An empty... This a bottle of wine. The criminals did not thoroughly ransack the hunting scene. This door leads to the upstairs. A deer hunt. A deer hunt. A fur... So, Watson?
Well, I can confirm that the death was instant.
It appears that the bell rope was cut by someone taller than me. It appears that the bell... The head was... That must... Quite a large... Barefoot. He had there... Quite a... It is covered in blood, so you... A decanter standing next... This glass... There is beeswing at the... This glass has some... It is rather strange that only Chateau Calon...
The death
sailor's knots. This rope was handled by the merchant. I will take it with me. This is the chair that... This door leads to the...
I've cert...
Please.
Come on, Toby. We need the best nose in the British Empire on this case. I agree with you, Toby, that... I agree...
Someone?
Let us see how the fibers... Let us try to find out. The fibers from this cart appear... The fibers from... If I cut the rope with a knife... I agree with...
Some... Someone
I agree. This. Search, Toby. The intruders entered the shed for some reason when they were making off with the silverware. The scent leads to the well. I should check it. The intruder's trail is lost behind this wall. The criminals left the house through the French window. They walked to the shed, then across to the well, before fleeing by climbing over the wall. I wonder why they chose such a winding route. This old suitcase. Small guy. Bags of seed. There's something. Silverware. The Brackenstall coat of arms. Brave, brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire. The intruder's trail is lost. Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire. Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire. Inspect.
You are...
In the
Excuse me?
You
Rather absurd.
Perhaps it was used as a temporary...
Holmes...
A hunt... There are 3 glass...
Oh, I forgot. They might have been a father and his 2 sons.
We found...
Is that true?
Your ladyship.
Oh.
We found...
Oh, that's...
In...
Oh, what a horror.
Please, please.
These scratches are... This is Sir Eustace's safe. This... Lady Bra...
No.
We have to... Your ladyship.
Please.
Let her... This safe can be cracked. I only have to pay attention. The dial will vibrate when it is set to the correct number. It is common practice to keep one's antique coin.
Oh,
Sir Eustace.
Yes, Sir Eustace was... It is true that he once threw a sly devil. God forgive me that I should speak of him so... She'd only just arrived in London. Won her with his title and his money and his false London ways. If she made a mistake...
oh,
Please...
What do you know?
A charming man when sober, but why? Once he splashed fuel on Lady Brackenstall's dog and to the point that we were forced. Ho!
This door leads. Brave.
Have you...
Brave.
What should...
My search must be focused upon the ship's... My search must... Here it is. The shipping company, the Adelaide, Southampton, London line, and it's a...
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard...
But I haven't... Brave. Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
I need a register, my young friend. If you could borrow it, there will be half a guinea for every one of you. I need the crew list of the Rock of Gibraltar in 1893 and their current employment.
I'm straight on it, Mr. Holmes.
Do you really think they'll find it, Holmes?
My secret police is better than the Yard in many ways.
Here it is, Mr. Holmes. But we can't take it back. It's too risky.
Put it on the table. I'll take care of it. Good work, young Wiggins.
I left it...
This list shows the senior officers of the Rock of Gibraltar, on which Lady Brackenstall and her maid made their voyage. Lady Brackenstall does not know anyone in England. This must mean that someone on this list is our mysterious visitor. And these are the lists of the senior officers of the Adelaide, Southampton, London line ships. Let us find out who was in London upon November the 7th. Mr. Jack Crocker was in London upon the date of the crime, and he is due to depart in 2 days. This list shows the senior officers of the... I do not think This list. Mr. Jack Crocker was in London upon the date of the crime, and he is due to depart in 2 days. I do not... This officer is still at sea. This officer was on a ship that sailed half a month ago. I do not... I do not... This officer... I do not... This officer was on... This... Mr. Jack Crocker. Mr. Jack... This lit... I do not... Mr. Jack... I do not think that... This officer is still... I do not think... I do not think that this officer...
This Crocker, do you think...
It would be interesting to meet him. Our young friend should be able to find him. Wiggins, could you...
Here? No problem, Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Holmes, I was informed that you were looking for me, and I'd like to know why.
Yes, it is important that we talk. You will soon understand why. You are acquainted...
Yes, I think I do remember her.
It seems your relationship...
How?
Indeed, how reckless a feeling is love.
Explain yourself this instant.
You are aware that the murder made the headlines of the morning press. You read the newspaper report, but your...
You...
That evening, you...
I'm not afraid, Mr.
You would be right.
What then?
Lady Brackenstall, and it was you...
You call that evidence?
Yes, as she was tied with a sailor's...
So, it's a sailor who's done. Your theory is flawed, anyway. On the night of the...
At night.
It was an emergency. There was a leak. You can ask the ship's carpenter. He can confirm.
I'm sure that he can.
Perfect. In that case, we have nothing more to talk about. Good evening, gentlemen.
Holmes, what should we do?
No, there is no doubt.
So,
So, we must work.
now I understand why you dissected the bell rope.
Brave. Wiggins, could you ask Mr. Crocker to come here again, please?
Right away.
Why did you make me come here again, Mr. Holmes?
It is over. I know that it was you who killed Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
What?
I know, because of the height at which the rope was cut. The knife used was a sea knife. The knots were sailor's knots, and not least the sheer force that was put behind the killing blow. And because you are the only one who knows Lady Mary Brackenstall in London. And because you love her.
It's true.
It is time for you to tell us the whole truth.
I admit that I loved Mary madly from the first day that I met her. But I never did come to visit her, for I believed that she was in a happy household. When I talked to her maid, who told me everything, I was insane with rage. I was due to set sail for 6 months away. I wanted only to see her again. But it turned into a damnable nightmare when he barged in. He dared raise his hand to her. He was not even worthy of licking her boots. Oh, I regret nothing. I admit I killed the monster out of love for her. She will forgive me if she is able.
Lady Brackenstall already forgave you. She said nothing.
Mary.
But that makes her an accomplice as well as her maid. It places her in danger yet again.
Mr. Holmes.
You would not have managed to protect her.
Till I die, do you hear me? Here is a letter that sets everything clear, and it is the one that should be disclosed to the police. I am the only culprit. Mary had nothing to do with it. Now it is time to end this. You should have let me die. How can I live if Mary suffers?
I am sorry, Captain Crocker, but there has been quite enough death in this case. Inspector, I give you Sir Eustace's killer. He tried his best to perform his own justice.
Well, I'm not surprised. Yes, it was me. I confess.
Here is a piece of evidence that can be used in court.
Perfect. A case that went smoothly for once.